Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MGS2 European Extreme Raise Tournament done on PC. My name's Plywood, and I'm here with D-Limes13, who will actually be playing in this tournament. How are you, D-Limes?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for some of the action today. It's a very small tournament, but hey, you know what? This is going to be a fun thing. We've been throwing around this idea for quite some time now. And we have today Tyler 2020, 2022 versus Mac McD and Pythonicus versus Platonic Guy. We will be doing the second grouping first rather than the first grouping second. Whatever. We're gonna do it all out of order. Just go along with me here, okay?
Yeah, we're just gonna wing it, so just bear with us.
Yeah, we're gonna do the finals first, and then we're gonna work our way backwards. No.
Right.
So for those wondering, well, how the heck is this even gonna work? Well, there are some guidelines. If you're interested in looking at the full guidelines, they're located here. Though we are actually doing this race tournament on PC. It's all being done on PC, so the first line is fake, but essentially how this is going to work is you select continue, and that's when the timer begins, and then time ends when you hit the final ray and cause the fade out to happen. Now, in the event that someone dies, it's a loss. But if both players die simultaneously, the race will be decided based on who made it further. And by that we mean further along in terms of the race series. And you have to take out the equivalent of 20 rays in their health bars. So there you go. And if we can't determine it, we're just going to call it a draw and say go again. Now,
And then we'll just do it over and over and over again, and we'll do it all day long.
pretty much. And the finale will not be a best of three, but these first rounds will be a best of three until we get to that finale. Single elimination. You out. Ain't got time for that. We have to go on forever, not forever. Anyways, that's going to be the laydown here of the rules so everyone knows what's going on. And as always, if people are interested in participating in Metal Gear related tournaments, streams on this channel, feel free to contact us over at MGSR. We like doing these sorts of things. We've wanted to do a European Extreme tournament in the past, but due to lack of numbers, it wasn't really accomplished. So, and D-Limes, you yourself have put in a lot of time with the Rays recently, isn't that right? Getting ready for this tournament.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's a very technical boss fight, if you will. There's a few different ways you can approach it from the start, the way you loop them. At the end of the day, it is just about surviving. But I mean, this can be as little as a 4.5 minute run to 7 or 8 minutes, depending on how you do it. It's very technical. There's ways to manipulate them. There's lots of things that can go right, lots of things that can go wrong. And I've been working for probably a couple months on these rays just to try to learn about them and just figure out how their tendencies work, what patterns, what I can get away with, stuff like that. So you're going to be in for a treat with this. I think it's going to be more about survival. It's not necessarily going to be about speed, but speed is important. And we'll see what kind of risks these racers will take.
Yeah, that will be the interesting part because there is some strategy variance that can exist with European Extreme Race in terms of how close you want to cut it. But naturally, if you cut it too close and you die, well, that is going to be a problem. So be interesting to be able to see if we're going to see that strategy variance between the, what is it, 6 people who are in this tournament? 5?
Yes, 6.
6. And Tyler's actually playing without body armor, apparently. He's not even playing with the body armor. True.
Right, and
True
that is
renegade.
optional. You don't have to do it. So we set up a save for these runners that they could have body armor or they could have more on their health bar, but to each their own. So
All right, I think we're about ready to get going here. I'm going to transition over to the other screen. All right. Here we are at the layout. We're going to be listening to Max audio to start. They already died. Yep, they already died. But it's all according to plan because time starts when they select continue. Yo, where are we? There we are. D-limes and plywood. Okay. I'm going to let the runners know that we're ready. And they can start whenever, because, again, it doesn't really matter that these have to be synced up. We just need to see who finishes first. And Tyler's already going. Mac's still stealing himself. Well, that's fine, Mr. Mac.
yep, he's just calming himself, getting ready for it, preparing mentally.
Mac McD isn't capitalized because that's how he styles it. Don't you understand? Don't you understand?
All right, looks like Tyler has a pretty good start. He nailed all his hits to start. Gonna get this ray on stage, and then he'll turn around and address the other rays.
I'm going to let Mac know. You can go whenever. It's all good.
Yeah, so a near perfect start by Tyler so far. No issues. It's a little awkward on the angle right here to get that ray, but he got it.
Uh-oh.
It looks like we got some technical difficulties, to say the least.
Oh, you know. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, wait. Okay, apparently he was going. Okay. Wait, he killed himself. Well, alright. That was an unexpected turn of events. Well, I guess what that means is that Tyler wins this round?
I don't know how to call that.
I don't know what happened.
We didn't see anything, so that's, I don't think, I mean, I'm with Copper. I don't think it's very fair, but I'm not sure what happened.
Start over. I think Tyler's just gonna keep on going though.
He's in a groove right now, so he just,
All right, just let Mac start over.
yeah, it's fine.
It's fine, probably.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, Tyler's just doing his thing. Okay. So this is
Doing
Mac's
pretty well,
actual
by the way.
attempt. One that we can actually see that's going on.
Max doing a traditional start as well, where we do one cartwheel forward and then dress all 3 rays in a certain pattern. And he looks like he's emulating what I do and going backwards, addressing the first ray and then addressing the ray to the right.
Ooh.
Ooh, and that's it's an unfortunate death by Max, so would be
That
a win
one
for Tyler.
that one counts.
Yes, that one does count.
Now we will watch Tyler finish his raise. these
Ooh,
deep
I
into the
hate
C
when they're on top
series.
of each
Oh
other
yeah,
like
this
that.
is so awkward. This is
Yes.
so. Their models start intersecting. Yes, unfortunately, Azu was not in the tournament. But we can't. It's not like we can't have future Rays tournaments. Trying to get that ray way across can be kind of trouble, especially when there's a ray literally in the middle of the stage blocking your
Yeah,
path.
the hit detection on these things when they go far away is utterly ridiculous. If they get far away from you like that, you're not going to hit them all that often. That's why you really want to keep them close. But he's doing a pretty good job at managing this. But he's out of ammo, but he got it.
Yeah, so apparently you want to be actually not even on top of the ammo ideally, right? You want to be closer to the edge.
Yeah, for this strategy, yes, there is a safer strategy where you stand farther back and just stand on top of the ammo box the whole time, but it can be about 30 seconds slower if you don't miss any shots, and obviously slower if you do. But yeah, the closer it is, the less travel time there is, and obviously it's going to be faster.
He's coming up into the end of his run right here. It's looking to be a pretty good time. I don't know what the world record is for PC Rays. 544 for Tyler.
Yeah, world record is a 424, but in a setting like this, a 5:30 range, that's pretty good. It didn't look too chaotic, and it was a pretty solid run. It didn't look too chaotic, and it was a pretty solid run.
All right, we're gonna have a quick intermission so that runners can take a little break. So that runners can take a little break.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son. Raiden, is something wrong? Raiden! Raiden! Is something wrong?
There's an echo. Must be on Tyler's end. It's not on my end. But as I said, we're going to take a quick little intermission here. But as I said, we get them all set up again. We always want to give our runners a little bit of a break between these attempts. So come back in just a few minutes for the next round. All right, we are back with round two of 3 between Mac McD and Tyler 2022. Maybe Tyler will actually load into his save here. I'm not sure. Who won first round? That would be Tyler. That is why that little line is there. It's a little tally. Tyler has won 1 round. So I'm really hoping that our boy Mac will be able to get a little bit farther this time so we can see some hot zany action from the both of them.
Raiden, are you all right? Raiden? Raiden!
Oh, Tyler just told me he's going AFK. Okay, just wait a moment. Oh yeah, there's multiple. If there was not multiple rounds per bracket, man, I'd be sweating right now. Because to tell you the truth, everyone, we're gonna have to wait a little bit until Pythonicus gets home. He wasn't supposed to work today, but it ended up that he had to. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit for him to get back, and then we're gonna launch into it. So I'm still considering how we're gonna fill in that time. Maybe we'll chat. Oh, he's home? Oh.
Oh, he's home now.
Okay, great. No, this makes things a lot easier for me. Wonderful.
All right, well, it looks like these two are ready.
I'm gonna say, are you both ready? All right, here comes the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What? Tyler? He's like, nah, I can't do this, man. I can't do this.
No worries. So once again, they're both doing the traditional start. Let's see if Mac can fare better this time. Yep, he does avoid the water cannon. Looks like Mac is off to a pretty good start this time. He's getting the pattern the way you want to. He'll get this ray on stage and then turn over to the next match. Tyler's doing pretty well as well. He's off to a good start. It's pretty even right now, even though it's still very early. Mac avoiding one water cannon right there. Little awkward on Tyler's end for the loop. You really don't want that ray coming up on stage. You want the ones where he's facing right now to come on instead. Mac doing a good job to avoid the long-range missiles. And avoided knee rockets as well, so that is not easy to do if you get knee rockets. All right, so Mac is doing a pretty good job just trying to survive right now, avoiding all the various attacks that these rays can do, and Tyler's doing pretty well as well. He's got let a few rays get away from him, but he's managing it. And in this fight, you got to manage chaos when things go wrong. Like, it's not going to be perfect all the time. And a pretty good job by Tyler to avoid that water cannon. It was a little bit of a close call. Ooh, we have a death by Mac, unfortunately. So that's going to be 2-0 Tyler, and he'll advance. Ooh,
Right. Respond.
Tyler died as well, but
Tyler?
he was farther.
You know for sure he was farther. He
I
had
know
more.
for I know for sure. Yes, he was about 3 or 4 farther.
Well, folks, that means that our first wiener is here. Tyler 2022 is our first wiener. Congratulations to Tyler on being a good boy and advancing to the semifinals of our European Extreme Rays tournament.
Where he'll be facing Raichu next week. So that should be a very interesting matchup. And the semifinals will be best of 5.
Yeah, semifinals will be best of 5, and then finals will be best of 7. That's gonna be crazy.
It's going to be an ultimate endurance test.
All right, so as we are setting up for the next race, I'll be bringing us back over to some music. Thanks for watching, everyone. All right, welcome back. We're back with the next round, Pythonicus versus Platonic Guy. Now, Pythonicus has been running this game for several years now, about 3 or so, and Platonic Guy, I think, is a bit more recent to the scene, as I understand it.
Yeah, that's correct. He does mostly European extreme runs. He's done some very easy stuff, but he's pretty good. So I think it's going to be a pretty good match.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. We're coming into the second part of the first 2 rounds. Pythonicus versus Platonic Guy, with Tyler advancing against Raichu. We'll see who will be able to fight against my co-commentator, D-Limes here. So I'm going to ask if both runners are ready, and then we will do a countdown. And here we go.
Doing the traditional start like we saw in previous matches. Same thing with Platonic Guy. Address all the rays at the front, and then we'll see which way they handle when one comes up on stage.
Oh man, that was a close call.
Yeah, just a little bit, but he knows what he's doing. He's been around this game a long time, Pythonicus. Platonic Guy's doing the same setup.
Oh, we got knocked down. That is always scary when that happens. But hey, you can't have a close shave. But you can have a close shave, but you just don't want to draw any blood. That's really all it comes down to.
That's right. Ooh, that was a close call as well.
What a nice cartwheel from Platonic Guy, avoiding that ray coming on stage.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing pretty well at trying to manipulate the loop that at least I try to do and most runners try to do, so a pretty good start.
Now, I think Platonic Guy might be on PS3. Maybe I'm mistaken, but the graphic, the life bar graphics actually look a little bit different.
Yeah, I've noticed he has a side effect or something with these fix or his hardware. That's why his continue screen look all transparent. So I don't know what's up with it, but he's on PC. Otherwise, there'd be noticeable lag.
Okay.
But he just has some weird, yet cool side effects.
Yeah, that continue screen is pretty cool looking for sure.
Yeah, it also happens on the main menu at the stage screen and whatnot. So, I don't know. But both are doing pretty well so far. It looks like Platonic is a couple rays farther along.
But
So
fairly
he's doing a pretty good
even.
job.
Fairly even. A big mistake here could cost either one of these runners the lead. Ultimately, we still have probably about halfway through. Oh, what a nice curve shot from Platonic Guy. Getting that curved missile as the ray was landing on stage. Very impressive.
Yeah, those are not easy to do.
And Pythonicus missing that shot. Those curve shots can be really challenging, especially if they're facing away from you.
Yeah, and both of these runners did opt for body armor, and they did opt for the save that enabled them to have a little more in their life bar, so they can actually take a couple of machine gun hits. However, they can't take any rockets.
You can't take a laser even with this HP, can you?
No, you can't. You cannot take water cannon. You can only take machine gun hits. So I think you can take 2 with this amount of health. Normally you can only take 1. But we made up a special save for this in case runners wanted to have a little bit of breathing room, and without a guy just took a hit.
Look at him spamming those missiles, man. PC port, y'all.
And he's on top of the ammo box, so he can do that. So and it looks like Python's got the loop under control for the most part. Did get a little erratic early on, but he's managing it just as well. It's a pretty even match so far.
Yeah, this is looking like it might come down to whoever finishes first. Both runners having a good grip. Though the start for both runners are a little bit shaky, but I think they're finding their rhythm. Ooh. Man, that always makes me so nervous when the array is right in your face.
Yeah, Fontana guy is definitely doing a better job at keeping them close.
A bit
Maybe
more
moving this, but
spread
he's
out.
putting-
Oh, that is rough. Right in the
Ooh.
face.
Right.
Yep.
Respond. Right. Raiden.
That means we have a point for Platonic guy.
Yep, and he's pretty close to finishing, so he'll probably just finish this out. But yeah, that was neck and neck for a while. It's a very good match.
Apparently, the Platonic guy is losing some time here, according to Live Split.
It's interesting.
Maybe he's actually comparing to his to a Ray IL.
Quite possibly.
And that is a 547 from Clear Code.
Okay,
that's fun.
another side effect of his hardware
I
software.
was like,
I guess.
man,
I don't
he
know.
beat the game like no one's business right there.
Yeah, world record.
Yeah, send your Ray Clear Code to speedrun.com/MGS2. The credit warp. So what was we actually should be keeping track. What was Tyler's fastest time? I don't know if it was actually a 6, was it? I don't know.
Tyler's was I think like a 5:30 something, I want to say.
Okay. We got to see
So-
who ends up. And there is the tournament to win, but who ends up with the fastest Ray time in this
That would
tournament?
belong to Tyler so far, so
All right, with that, we are going to reset, take a little break for our runners, and come back into it. Stick around, y'all. All right, and we're back for round 2. Yep, that is round 2 of 3. Platonic Guy has the lead, 1-0. We'll see if Pythonicus can clean up for round 2.
And Platonic gets an extra style point for that wonderful continuous screen.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting looking. Having that weird transparent thing going on.
I love it.
We will see if they are ready. Python is ready. Platonic Guy is ready. And time for the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see if we can have them both get to the end in one piece.
Will this be the first round of gameplay where both runners get to the end? It's the real question. And it seems like we will be able to actually get the next one of the semifinal rounds going in a little bit here after this round is over. So stick around for D-Limes versus Raichu, if I'm remembering it correctly. D-Limes. No, it's Tyler versus...
Tyler.
Wait, can Tyler even do it right now?
I
don't think...
We're working on it.
Oh, we're working on it. Okay. Tyler literally just uninstalled. There you go. I was confused. Forgot who was facing who. Ooh.
Yeah, I would be
Cartwheel.
facing Junior in this match. And that's a good avoidance by Python for those knee rockets. They're both off to pretty good starts again. Python's got the Ray that's on the other side of the stage, which is unfortunate, but should be coming on next.
I like that little move from Platonic Guy, moving a little bit forward in between the shots so you can get closer to the stinger ammo. He needs to pick it up. Always nice to pace out your movement like that between shots if you can. Swap the bracket. I don't think we're gonna do that.
That's a bit much. Yeah, looks like Python's got some rockets coming, trying to avoid those, and he did good doing that. Pretty neck and neck so far. They're just about on the same range. Python got knocked down by one. He didn't die, so that's the most important thing. Another thing you want to pay attention to is actually when a Ray dies, because as Platonic Guy did a moment ago, he fired at one that was already dead, and that can cost time, that can cost your pattern. Ooh, and that's another death by Python.
What's wrong? Raiden!
So this is going to be a sweep by Platonic.
That's right. Our boy Platonic Guy actually did it. The madman. The madman. He also apparently doesn't have audio. So instead, enjoy the silent but deadly gameplay from Platonic Guy.
That would be something to do this fight without audio. Can't hear the rockets coming toward you, anything like that. We'll see if he can finish this one out. Get a good time.
So he had a 5:45 last time, right? I think it was about there.
Yeah, 5:45, 47, something like that.
No, if Tyler doesn't have the thing installed, we're just gonna cut it after this.
Yeah, whoever got farther is only a tiebreaker if they both die at the same time. If somebody dies first and it's clear, then the other person wins.
I think in the future, I'd like is for anyone who actually dies, they should split right then. Then we'd see how long they actually went through. Confused about the system? I am too, frankly. Who came up with the rules? I think it was D-Limes and Raichu, right? Or was it just
Yeah,
Raichu?
it was a combination.
No. Win condition? Win condition is whoever beats Ray's fastest. If someone dies, then they lose. If both players die at the same time, then it's whoever progressed further. That is the win condition. I didn't write the rules. Fastest to finish wins. As in, if you die, you get to start over. You got a 5:58. Well, congratulations to Platonic Guy.
It essentially is fastest to finish first, but if somebody dies, then that's it.
I am not saying that this can't be improved on. We could do these literally every month if we wanted to, really. Having these wonderful little tiny tournaments. Tiny but mighty tournaments of ILs. But yeah, congratulations to Platonic Guy for his win here. He will be facing the Limes. And Tyler will be facing Raichu. And I believe that is going to be the end of our stream today. Again, here's the bracket. So we have Platonic Guy advancing and Tyler advancing. Next week, we will have those two matches followed by the finale. And remember, the semifinals are going to be a best of 5, and the finale will be a best of 7. So thank you all for watching from me and D-Limes. It was a pleasure. Though it was a little bit of a panicked pleasure, but a pleasure nonetheless.
Yeah, it certainly was.